Hey guys, what's up? This is Hex, and today we finally get to talk about Greymoor. This newest chapter was for ESO was released, I believe, last Wednesday. And truth be told, I've been having quite a lot of fun with it. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you information. If in case you're one of those people that are on the fence and you're not for sure whether it's worth the money to get this latest chapter. So we're going to go ahead and start with the pricing and where you can actually buy it. Um, where you can actually get the chapter is not really the Crown Store. You get it via the PlayStation Store. And there are a few different versions of this. Now, if you've played the free event or you've played somebody else's copy and you really like it and you actually have like some extra money, I would say probably go ahead and shoot for the collector's edition, which includes the base game as well as of course Greymoor and also every chapter that's been released, and that will run you about $80, which might seem a little high, but considering that every chapter released has been pretty much 40 bucks a piece, I think that's a pretty good deal. But like I said, if you have the extra money and you don't have it yet and you really want to get it, I would say probably go for that. For the rest of us who are kind of poor, but and may already have the base game, I would say go ahead and get the upgrade, and that will run you about $40. Now, with the no matter which version you get, what can you expect um, with great the Greymoor chapter? Essentially, you're going to get really two zones. One is the Western Skyrim, and the other, of course, is the underground, Blackreach. And as you can see from the maps, they're pretty decent size. Especially with Blackreach. You're going to be spending a lot of time in Blackreach. Now, apart from the main story and the side quests, what else can you expect? Well, there are 17 way shrines. There is a trial. There are 6 dells, 3 set stations, 2 public dungeons, 10 Harrow Storms, which are they're essentially new public events that are similar to Dolmen's. 6 world bosses, 18 sky shards, and a whole lot more. Now, with all this said, you might be thinking, well, okay, that's cool and all, but let's say I'm a newbie. Can I start playing Greymoor if I'm just coming into the game? And the answer is yes, you can. You could, if you're completely new, you could start it, right there. All you have to do is just go to the Solitude Way Shrine, and you're pretty much good to go. Um, or I mean, basically the way they have it set up is you can start anywhere you want. If you have like, especially if you get like the collector's edition, uh, and you have all these options available. I mean, you may want to start maybe in Somerset or maybe uh, start in Morrowind. It's basically up to you. But if you're really looking forward to going to do the Greymoor chapter, definitely you can actually do this coming into the game. Um, Now for veteran players, I know there are usually concerns, like, okay, is there issues with the chapter, what can we expect? And personally, for me, I've seen a few. It's been not really bad. Like they're like, for example, coming out of Solitude, I've seen a couple of times where, like, when you're going out of the city, that there's portions of the ground that haven't rendered yet, uh, and I think that's been pretty much about it. With aside from I think some rare cases of frame rate issues, and that's been about it. Uh, but as far as frame rate goes, for me, and I'm just speaking from personal experience, uh, it's been pretty smooth. I know in the past, especially if you've killed uh, like world bosses, there was times where you had to sit there and wait for a little bit, for the game to kind of catch up, and then you could loot the body. And ever since ZeniMax has been doing the updates along, with the Greymoor chapters, or excuse me, with the Greymoor content, um, it's been improving. And I mean, I still think they have like a ways to go, but I think so far it's working. At least from what I've played. Now I have heard of other players experiencing some difficulties with the Harrow Storms. Um, you know, like they're not for sure. Like how does this start? Which truth be told, it starts pretty much like a dolmen does. Um, but the thing is, it seems like the biggest crap is that there's been long uh, wait times between each one. And I don't know if this is just like it may be a bug, or if this is something that ZeniMax has done on purpose. But I think a lot of people don't like the wait, and from the way I understand it, it seems to be a longer wait as opposed to if you've ever played like Somerset, for example, where the geysers, that takes a long time for each geyser to appear, and it seems like this is maybe even longer than that. Um, so who knows? If it is an issue, hopefully, or maybe maybe ZeniMax might shorten the time frame. Uh, that way, they can appease some of the veteran players, coming into this newest chapter. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you have any question pertaining to the Greymoor chapter, just put it down in the comment section below, and I will try to answer it as best as I can. And I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Take care.